All right. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kenny Black, aka Mr. Funny Money. I'm in here with my two guys.
Codeine. I have forgot to change my name to Codeine since y'all want to keep calling me that. But I got you next time. I'm gonna change it next time.
And DJ Nightmare, you know what it is.
Yes, and this is your shit talking daddies podcast. Because with daddies talking shit.
That's
What's
all
up,
we do.
guys?
Indeed.
What's going on with y'all?
Shit, chilling. Got to go to a birthday party today. I hate kids because they have birthday parties, and birthday parties mean money.
Word.
I
Why
ain't
you ain't
got no
tell me?
fucking money to be given to these kids.
I would have DJ'd the party. Why you ain't tell me?
I'm not throwing the party. It ain't for one of my kids. My kids don't get DJs. My kids get Stop and Shop cake.
Good.
And they get to watch whatever they want to watch on the big TV.
See,
man, Cole
my
said,
kid.
why y'all be living years? Like,
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, man, I'm chilling. I was DJing last night as I do every Saturday night. So
oh
got
yeah, how was that?
What's funny? Like people always want to come late when the party's about to be over. Like that's what happened. Like a lot of people came like around, let's say 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we closed at 3. So it's like, bruh, what y'all doing?
Stupid. At that point, go home with your things. Like what you
doing?
All right.
They try and pick up all the drunk bitches at the end of the night.
Right? It's like, bruh, like what y'all doing? And also people forget that, before COVID, we used to be open till 4. But now we open till 3, and so I guess people still forget that,
It's been 2 years. Come on, y'all.
That 1 hour is going to save you COVID.
Trust me, people are slow.
Crazy. I was in a comedy competition this weekend. Shout out to K Smith Game Comedy Festival.
K Smith, what's up?
Yeah, first annual.
My boy.
It was cool. Friday night was mostly comedians, not that many, not that big a crowd, but there was a crowd by Saturday, so it was all right. I didn't win, but I didn't do it for the competition. It was more so for the recognition.
Yeah,
getting your name out there, getting your face out there.
Cool. Right. More in the
scene. Where was it? Was it in Harlem?
Nah, it was in Brooklyn. The Thursday one was in Harlem, comedy in Harlem, and then Friday and Saturday it was at In and Out, Now and Then NYC in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our topics for today. It's hot as hell, by the way.
It's hot as fuck.
You're not gonna know what time this come out, but this weekend was that fake summer weekend again.
Yo, y'all can't see it because I'm dark skinned, but I'm sweating.
Shit. I'm looking at myself on camera like, let me see these sweat trickles start coming down and shit.
Yeah, I'm in the basement, so it's actually cool in here right now. I go upstairs.
Lucky you.
My man got the nuclear basement right now.
Not the nuclear. All right, our first topic is: are you breaking generational curses?
Who want to go first?
I'll go first. I try to, because in order for you to break generational curses, you gotta like be aware that you're in a position where you're continuing the curses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's very
you gotta understand, like, because you gotta take a good look at yourself, and you gotta take a good look at your parents, and if you can remember your grandparents and so far. So, but if you want to take it just one step, you take a good look at your parents and you see what they were doing, and you try to deviate from the toxic stuff they were doing. So I see a lot of parents now, like even when we had a episode earlier about like whether we're gonna hit your kids or not, because some people believe that that's a curse in itself, where you're traumatizing your child, so you're trying to break that cycle of hitting your child, and you try to reprimand them in a different way, but it's hard, it's very hard.
Definitely. You make a very valid point about being aware of it. Yep. You can't break a curse. You don't know what's happening. So that's one thing that's definitely reflective. I definitely think I know I am. For one, I'm in therapy, and at the very least, the men in my family haven't done that in previous generations. Some
Jamaican men, hell no.
Exactly. And I am first generation American, so I was the first born in America. My dad and grandparents. My dad came up when he was 18. my grandfather brought him up here. And I even have an older sister, and she was born in Jamaica. So I'm the first child born here of my father. So there's that. And so in that, it comes the reflection and the recognition of, oh, this is what's toxic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are some things changing. And like also having one child with one woman in and of itself, just has its own effects on the men and on the kids. And so I just get to parent differently. Both my child has both parents in the same home. So there's little things like that, and that I know I'm breaking. And then because of things like that, it makes me have to operate differently. Like you talked about, whether or not you're going to beat our kids. My fiance was never beaten. Like, she didn't grow up in that kind of a household. So she doesn't.
Really?
Right.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But she also, her mom's side is bougie Jamaican. So they didn't have to kind of
situation. I'm like, isn't she Jamaican? Like, she never got beat?
Yeah. But honestly, oftentimes the girls a lot of time don't, because oftentimes, well, unless it's by mom, but she's also sensitive, so she didn't need to, and they worked on that. But so she didn't go up with that, so she didn't support it. So for me now, right, respecting her role as a parent is like, let me consider her point, and then this makes me start thinking about, okay, what are the ramifications of beating, and how, as an adult, how did that possibly affect me? And so it's like, yeah, I don't want that to affect my child. How about you, Cole?
As for me, I feel like I'm breaking the most simple generational curse that can be, and I'm being there for my kids. I may not be the best father in the world, but I'm here every single day. I love my kids. I don't tell my kids no when they need something that is going to better them, or they want something really badly. Like, I'm here.
That's what you said before we started.
My father was he wasn't an absentee father, but my parents got a divorce, and he took one kid and my mom took one kid, and we were basically only children. Sometimes I would go over there, but it would be like 2 times a year. So it'd be like, I'm here for my kids, and hopefully my kids know that I'm here for them, and I'm not just going to disappear, go out, get some milk, never come back.
Felt that. Actually, now that you say that, I mean, that's one thing. That's the stereotype that we grew up with. There's also the other side of fathers. That's like the father that's physically present, but not mentally present, or not as present as they want to be. Like you said, like they're not deadbeat. Like they didn't run out on the family, but they either maybe working a lot or going out a lot. You know what I mean? Or just home in their sleep, but they just not really like engaged.
Involved.
Wait, quick question. Did everybody here, were your fathers available and present in your lives?
Yeah, my dad 100%, because my mom passed away like a week after I was born. So my dad raised me and with my stepmom. So
my dad was available if I needed somebody to say hello to. I could say hello to that nigga every day, but that nigga wasn't pulling up to school. That nigga, he came to my high school graduation after it was over. Like, nigga, what you here for? Like nigga showing up late to the club for you. He showed up late to the club for me. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you here for? I walked across the stage already, bro.
Damn.
He didn't bring me no money.
Damn.
This nigga used to give me savings bonds instead of money for my birthday. So in like 30 years, I'll have $20.
I was about to say, you should be rich by now.
It was like a $20 savings bond. It wasn't no legit stack or something. I'm like,
that's crazy. My dad actually gave me savings bonds either when I went to college or when I graduated. I don't remember which one it was, but he was like, yeah, I had these like for you, like when I was a kid, he put them in, and I guess they accrued. I don't remember. It wasn't crazy. I think
he
it was
puts like $5 down, and they give him $20, and then after a certain amount of time, that $5 will grow into whatever money you put down.
Money
you wanted in the end.
Yeah, it was something like that. So it was just, it was that for me though was, I mean, I understand your situation, but for me and my dad, that was I appreciated it because I didn't. It shows a forethought. You know, he was at least thinking, and I know my dad is not the greatest for that, and I have other siblings, so just the fact that he did something, I was like, it was still appreciated nonetheless.
Like my father was around, but I feel like my mother did more. You know what I'm saying? Like she was the one who taught more, who took us out more and did things for the family. But my father was there. He was just like, like just he was just there.
Niggas say
like that's not men thing to do, probably.
Yeah.
Niggas say he was like a poster.
Yeah, he was there. Like
he was on the wall. I could see him. I could touch him, but he didn't do much.
Right. I mean, yeah. And honestly, like as far as my other siblings, like me in particular, he didn't want to beat me. Like he didn't want to hit me.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. But it's not because of that. Because when I was born, I had to have heart surgery as a child. Like I was 3 days old, heart surgery, whatever. So ever since then, he was scared to touch me because he thought I was gonna have a heart attack or whatever in the middle of the beat. But my mother, she ain't care. She's like, I don't care. What?
You would think he probably thought he was stronger than her.
Yeah. So I would act up around my father, but not my mother.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So okay, so Nightmare, since you said that, did you feel like your dad wasn't present? Like, did you said he was there, but not as a kid growing up? Did you ever feel like damn, like you're not really, or did
you talk to your dad?
Did it just feel normal?
I didn't really talk to him much as a child. Like from what I remember, I mean, we had like small conversations, but like, yeah, he wasn't like, it's like he wasn't mentally there to like have conversations and stuff like that. My mother, like, she was an educator, so she was always there, like, enforcing certain things. But,
you couldn't tell your dad about your bitches.
No. And honestly, in a way, it kind of made me grow up in a sense where I was like a loner. So I always stayed to myself and I kept to myself.
I get that. Yeah, I felt like kind of the same. My mom went back to school to become an educator when I was in college. But when you educated like that, you kind of start to see, like, because you see kids when their parents are not around, and you're trying to educate them, it kind of makes you somewhat of a better parent, because you're like, all right, you know what you wish the parents were doing, and you see the ramifications of what they're not doing, so you tend to try to do that. So she would have a lot of foresight and like make us be able to present us with stuff that we didn't know was learning. Like she bought, like when we had a Wii, she had like brain teaser games. And like my younger sister, she's so smart now because of that, or like, taught you how to do certain things at a young age that didn't feel like chores. It was just more like, oh, mommy showed me how to do this. Look, I know how to do this. Now, you learn to tie your shoes. And now that when you get older, you just know, like little things like that. That's interesting. With my dad, I never felt like he wasn't there, but also when you have a bunch of kids and in different houses, you're kind of like moving a lot and working a lot. And so you feel some of those times, but then other time, by the time you become a teenager, you're like, I mean, if he's there, he's not. If he's there, he is. If he's not, he's not. Like you kind of just start going about your own, your own world, kind of.
Well, am I thinking about that Austin Powers song? Daddy wasn't there to take me to the
fair. That's funny. One thing my dad did do is he used to take us to the movies. Like back when movies was cheap. I remember matinee used to be like $5.
Yeah.
So he used to take us on the weekends, and we would go to like the one in the Bronx Bay Plaza and see mad movies. Like we would pay for one, take us all in, and then the movies is all on one side, but the only person's only watching by the front entrance, not watching each specific movie. Yep. So we would get out of one and like go to the bathroom and see another one starting and sneak into another movie, and we would see.
We should do the same thing. Let me tell you how conniving my father was. Like this dude was like a true con artist. So he would we would go to the matinee movie, right? He would take some old movie tickets and put it on top of maybe 2 real tickets that he bought. Remember, like we were a family of 5. So he would take the old movie tickets and put it under the 2 tickets and give it to the ticket person. And be like, yeah. And then tell us as kids to just run into the movie theater, just run in there. And we were running there, and the person wouldn't even pay attention because we were too busy running. And he was just giving the tickets, and we would get all 5 people in the movie theater with just only 2 tickets.
Oh yeah.
And then on top of that, we would see like 3-4 movies in one night
I'm calling AMC on both of y'all
Yo,
niggas today.
by the time we got
That's your
home,
motivation.
it would be like midnight, and we would forget the first movie we saw. Like it was,
Yo,
it was
that
just
ass.
like what did we see
That ass.
again?
Walking out when the movie theater closed. Like
Yo,
my cousin used to be able to go up and down, like the exit.
Mhm.
I was in the staircase. He used to go up and down. And one time he went up. He was like, "Yo, Uncle, I'm gonna go see how many people, how crowded it is." He would go see him. Like, it's not that many people. He would go scope out the area, and he was like, I'm gonna go back. And my father would be like, "I here and tell him to take my little sister with him."
And yo, they used to try to crack down, like during when the movie is about to be over, they would have the ushers come in and try to usher people out the door. So like 10 minutes before the movie will be over, he would tell us to just run to the bathroom the same way. Just run to the bathroom, and we all run to the bathroom and wait in the bathroom until everybody go out. And then they would lie to the usher, like, "Oh, I can't find my kids. Help me find my kids." And then they were in the midst of the commotion, they would lose the ushers and try to find us in the bathroom so we go to the next movie. Like that's how. Yo, shout out to Sheepshead Bay movie theater in Brooklyn that didn't know what was going on.
Your dad is a
They do now.
All right, right. Okay, so with that, right? Because that's the interesting point with how our parents parented. Because our next topic. Wait, do you want to do the topic we had, or the one you want to talk about, Cole?
One that's more relevant to the moment.
All right, so we'll talk about, because right now while we're recording, the time we're in is experiencing a shortage in formula, right? And I know, Cole, you the only one with an infant kid right now. Is your kid still on formula?
Oh hell no,
right? Yeah.
Do they eat baby food?
No, nope. He eat regular food because he's fat.
Yeah, because along with the baby formula shortage, the baby food is also contaminated with metals and bacteria and shit too. Yeah, Gerber and Beech Nut and all those big names, all of them are contaminated. So we had to stop giving our daughter regular baby food as well as formula.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So how do y'all compensate for that?
Yeah.
We just went to the supermarket yesterday and spent like $1,000 on vegetables and fruits and stuff. And my wife has been spending the last 2 days cooking up pancakes that the baby can have and trying to get the right textures for the baby food, like cut up the vegetables, puree them in the right way, add the right amount of milk or whatever.
Okay, I was gonna say that they may have like machines that like a baby, like they have juicers. I don't know if they have a baby food maker.
Yeah, they actually have one. We bought one, but it might not come until like later today or tomorrow. So in the meantime, the baby still need to eat. So we had to get some homemade stuff, and then we gotta freeze it and have like food prepped. And like for the formula, our baby's lactose intolerant. So when she drinks the breast formula, the baby, I said breast formula, the baby formula.
I see where your mind is at.
I love titties. Titties is my favorite thing. But when she got to have the formula, she can only have one very specific type. And when the shortage hit, that shit was nowhere to be found. Like every baby in the world just started drinking this one specific type of formula, and I was like, God damn.
So I saw your Facebook post about that. That's so do you mix it with milk to give to her?
Nah, the formula is you put the powder in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I used to give my daughter milk.
Do you have because my son,
my daughter's lactose intolerant. She can't have milk.
You know what it is?
The formula that she has was lactose free. Like all the other formulas have milk in them.
Oh, try to.
I feel like most African Americans and Black people and Hispanic people, I feel like we're all lactose intolerant because like we can't drink regular milk because it'll mess up your system. Like even my son can't drink regular milk. When he drinks that, his stomach get all messed up and then he has diarrhea. So it's like we give him lactate.
Yeah, that lactate is clutch. It's funny because I never thought I was like I used to drink a lot of milk growing up, and not too much, like with my cereal, but like if I couldn't do a lot. But then once my fiance is lactose intolerant, so she started drinking that, and my roommates when I graduated college, they were also. So I started drinking the lactate, and I'm like, I prefer the 2%, and now I can't go back and drink regular milk anymore. I get get bubble guts.
I just don't drink milk, period. Milk is weird to me all around. Like almond milk, oat milk, cow milk, goat milk. I don't like milk. Milk is weird as fuck.
Really?
Why do people
I love me
eat
some
that
almond
shit?
milk. I make my own almond milk. Like I love
I
almond milk.
can't do anything but the cow joints. All the vegetable milks taste weird to
Yo,
me. I'm like,
I remember
why
the
can this thing be
day.
milk?
I remember the day I realized I couldn't drink milk anymore. It was in college, and I just had cereal, regular cereal, whole milk.
He
And
sounds
after I
so
ate that, yo, my man, I was in the bathroom for hours, like
It's
playing butt trumpets.
hours.
Yo, I sound like Busy Marquee on the toilet, like.
We all lactose intolerant until it's time to eat some pizza.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that in Canada, they actually took milk off the nutritional chart because they realized that cow milk and other dairy products from cows isn't sufficient for the human body. So they removed it.
If you think about it, I mean, that would make sense because really, because it's a hormone and it's meant to give you hormone, it's meant for the infant to,
a
of
baby
the
cow
species to grow up. It's just we figured out a way to like survive off it. But you learn that everything is like, it was a marketing thing to sell milk. So they made it more on like seem like healthier, a better choice of drink than anything else. And I'll be wondering that shit as a teacher. I'm like, why do they keep giving milk as with lunch? Like, there's no reason this kid is eating chicken fingers and fries with milk.
But milk, like,
because it's the cheapest thing that they can get.
Probably, but you can get cheap juice, even if they gave them the bootleg juice brands.
Yeah, but then it would be loaded with
quarter waters. They could have given quarter waters.
It would be loaded with sugar. They wouldn't make any profit off water.
Nah, it wouldn't.
They'd make profit. They make a profit off milk, but not water.
Well, it's not the schools, the companies is making the profit because a lot of that gets wasted. And it's because it's so mass produced. Like I'm talking about public school stuff, not like charters or private schools that have the money to do their own thing. Public school shit, it's all that. A lot of that milk gets wasted. A lot of that food gets wasted. It's processed. It's not even real food all the time.
That's another thing with the formula shortage. I feel like it's something that's mainly found in minority areas. Like I feel like if I went to a predominantly white area in Long Island, they supermarket gonna be stacked.
It's probably a thing where like it's probably a thing where it's overall shortage, but the people with money can afford to get what's left. You know what I mean? And us that it trickles down. That's always the case. Anything that's worse in minority.
Amazon didn't even have no fucking formula.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah, it's an overall. I think this stuff like this is so wild because I think we're starting to experience the other ramifications of COVID, like that lockdown for the 2 years.
Yeah.
So all the people that had babies during that time is like, damn.
You know what? Let me tell y'all now. Y'all better start stocking up on water, food supplies, because honestly, I feel like it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse because like if y'all been paying attention to the news, like we're about to get to World War III. Honestly.
Yeah,
that's a given.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
You better start stocking up on food. Like I bought mad rice, I bought mad canned foods and water. Like just keep stocking up because it's about to get crazy.
It's gonna be
that's the last thing I want to stock up on. If we about to go into like a World War III situation, I'm gonna stock up on some weed. I'm gonna get some liquor. I'm gonna get some Wingstop.
You know what? I need that too.
I'm gonna stock up on some shit I want. Y'all niggas talking about get cans of beans. No, nigga, I want to eat good if I'm about to die.
No, that's a fact.
It's either I'm gonna survive and I'm gonna eat good, or I'm gonna die and I'm gonna have ate good.
You know what's funny? You might be right because if you have a bottle of Russian vodka and they put a gun to your head, look, sir, just take a shot with me.
That's a fact. I got some weed, and somebody about to shoot me. I'm not getting shot that day.
Yo, just
like,
take a hit.
Do you really want to do that? Like, is that? There's a better thing we could do right now. Let's have a conversation.
And then you become the plug.
Yeah, let's do this real quick and then think about what you gonna do next. You need to smoke a little bit first, sir.
Yo,
I got a question actually for y'all along those lines. Like, as entertainers, do you feel like in times of like crisis mode, like, does it make you feel compelled to entertain?
Well, for me, honestly, keeping on low, I DJ just for the money to stock up again. Like, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think all shit is crazy. So I DJ so I can make sure I have enough money, and I've been saving like crazy. And I save enough where I have cash in case of a crisis, and I save enough to have money in the bank as well. So it's like I try to cover both bases.
You need to use some of that money for some hair gel, bro.
Yo, it's funny. I just bought that twist up. I just bought that twist up comb.
Sponging the sponge.
I mean, it didn't work that well, but it's getting there. It's getting.
You got to get some Cantu first. Put that in and then sponge it. You can't just be sponging dry hair.
You're right. I gotta moisten it up. I haven't done that. Pause.
Nah, but I feel like as a person who's an entertainer or wants to be an entertainer of sorts, I feel like my want to entertain comes from not wanting anybody to feel bad or not wanting anybody to be in a bad mood. So when crisis mode is happening, that's when it kicks in, and it's like you gotta make not light of the situation, but you gotta make things feel less heavy at this time.
I feel that because I was just thinking about, like if we do get in crisis mode, World War III, like it starts to make you think about what's more important and what do you want to like do with yourself. And I'm like, but then I thought about entertainers that like keep entertaining. Like for some, it may think that like nothing's funny right now, or like maybe entertainment is not as important until you realize that like how many people need that just to make it through the day to day. So just like y'all,
people need an escape. They need to escape.
Right. And I think entertainers like ourselves are like people that we need it too. And like you said, Cole, from other people not to feel bad, but I also think about like myself. Like I can't just sit and just think about the crisis I'm going through. I feel antsy and I got to do something. And so I'll do something that entertains me and then put it out in the hopes that it entertains other people. So I was like, well, this helped me. Hopefully this helps you.
That's interesting.
That's kind of dope. All right. I think that was a good wrap on that. Our next, that we always got to end with our top 5. And since it's so damn hot today, I think we
see how dark I am. It's hot.
Well, see, that was before. Anyway, we could do a top 5 outside games you used to play as a kid. Just things you used to do outside. Your top 5.
All right, just before we start, I got a top 6. Just so I have one honorable mention.
That's funny. Okay. I gotta hear y'all list because I feel like I got 5. I feel like I was low key struggling.
All right, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Usually you go last.
Yeah, usually I go last.
Super confident.
I'm gonna go first now.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Number 6, the honorable mention on my list is my grandpa used to make me sweep the yard and clean up all the leaves. And he told me it was a competition to see who could clean up the most leaves. But I was the only one doing it. And he ain't doing shit. And I was like, yeah, I win. I always won. And then I got older and I was like, nah, I'm the only nigga competing in this shit. So that's my honorable mention. Raking the fucking leaves about the yard.
Yeah,
got you. The okie doke.
Yo.
Number 5 would be hide and seek, because I was a killer hide and seeker. I hide in garbage cans because niggas ain't gonna look for me in there.
Oh, you wild for that.
Different.
Number 4 is when the ground was lava at the playground and you couldn't touch the black tar mat and shit. You guys had to jump on the monkey bars to the next shit. Number 3 is manhunt, which is just hide and go seek in the dark. Number 2 is basketball, and number 1 is booty tag. Good old days of middle school.
Oh, nah.
Before me too.
I got a traumatizing story about booty tag.
Oh, you got beat up. You was like the nigga from the wood, and you got fucked up.
You know what? Let me tell you mine. I'm gonna put booty tag as number 5, like because
just so you can tell the story.
Me and my homeboy, we was in the hood. Because I grew up in Brownsville, in Brooklyn. So like, me and my homeboy,
you got beat up.
Yeah, we played booty tag. We was on our bikes. It's like, all right, we're gonna roll past these girls, slap their butts, and ride away. He's like, all right. So I rolled past, slap, I rode away. He rolled past, slap, fell off his bike. And when he fell, they whooped his ass. And I left him. I was like, I'm not going back. I'm sorry, bro.
Can't have no friends like you.
We were by the projects on like Sutter Ave. Like, nah, I'm out.
You ain't shit. You ain't even try to circle back, slap ass.
Honestly, I haven't heard from him since.
Shit.
No. I hope you're good, bro. I'm sorry, Daquan.
Worst thing kept hard.
That day.
Yo. Number 4. I would say basketball because like we were the first people in our block to actually have a basketball hoop. And what's fucked up is that people try to steal it. I remember I woke up one Saturday morning playing cartoons, eating cereal, and I heard mad rustling in the front yard. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I look outside, 2 niggas trying to steal our basketball hoop. Like, what are y'all doing? They're 2 crackheads, and they scurried away after I saw them. Number 4, three. Number 3, I'll say Scully. Because I remember we used to collect a lot of wax to play Scully in the streets. You know, I remember you used to leave them blocks and try to knock people little milk caps off the
late in childhood.
Yeah, we used to play that a lot. So my brother, we used to have a big ball of wax just to play that. I would say number 2, freeze tag, because freeze tag is especially when you had to put your feet in. Mickey Mouse build a house. How many bricks did he put in? We used to do that before we started. And I would say number 1,
bubblegum in a dish.
Where did you learn that? You ever feel like no one taught you that? You're just friends, all seem to know.
Your friend, somebody taught your friend, and then your friend taught you.
It's so crazy.
Friend's older brother taught you. That's a fact. I'm like, what the fuck? Niggas just all know that the bubblegum's in the dish now. Everybody know this shit.
All right, that's new.
Well, I'm gonna have an honorable mention. Suicide. Remember you used to play Suicide with the
with the ball,
the low ball, the handball running across the wall. That's Suicide. And I would say number 1 is playing in a fire hydrant. I mean, everybody used to do that in the summertime.
I thought you said playing in fire.
Fire hydrant.
I'm dark enough. I don't need to do that.
I'm not playing in no dirty ass fire hydrant.
Oh, you bougie now.
That's some true New York filth.
Yo,
I don't participate.
Whenever a cop car used to ride past, we used to spray their ass. Make it tight.
Funny.
It's throwback.
All right, my list. I'm gonna put booty tag as number 5 on there too because I used to go by my grandma's house and we were friends. We would
R.I.P. Daquan.
Some of the, something's not R.I.P.
You can't talk about booty tag and then talk about going to your grandma's house.
No, because I used to go to my grandmother's house every other weekend, and she lived in an apartment building, and there were mad other kids there, so I would just play with the kids that I grew up with around that area. So there's booty tag. This one is a field day game. Steal a bacon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my mother used to play that.
Or like capture the flag. I think sometimes it was called like that. You have to return it back.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was lit. And 2-hand touch football. Right, where you couldn't I used to play tackle, but the 2-hand touch used to change the game. Like you really used to have to be nice with it. My spin move was crazy. Also, ninja tag, which is kind of like the floor is lava. Sometimes people call it lava tag, but you couldn't touch the floor.
Yeah,
had to go, tag people. So I was
Spider-Man tag.
I was some Spider-Man. Man, I was an American Ninja Warrior.
We was doing parkour before parkour was even a thing, bro.
Yo, facts. Didn't even know I was doing that.
White people walk past the park and see us. I'm like, yo, bro, we got to bring this back. To the subs.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure that's how it happened.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at these niggers in their habitat. Let's replicate it.
In their natural habitat.
And my top 5 outside game to play is Manhunt. Man, as a grown man, I would play that right now.
Hell yeah.
I never played Manhunt as a child. Never.
My
block was too hot for that.
I get it. We used to.
We grew up on Gun Hill and B Road, bro. We don't live in a nice neighborhood. It may not be a killing every day, but we don't live in.
Nah,
you know what it was?
Brownsville in the 90s. Oh my God, nah.
Yeah, it was Brooklyn was different.
Yeah, but we talking about the 2000s. We talking about
but
2002.
But the thing is, in Brooklyn still, because in Brooklyn, like all the generations, like mom, dad, and kids is wild. In the Bronx, it's just the kids. Like where we grew up, it was a lot of older Jamaican people that was like just minding their business, and it was a lot of the kids that was wilding out.
You know why? Because they was wilding in Jamaica and they did all that crazy shit, and they was like, I can't do that shit in America.
Exactly.
They came here and the kids didn't get the message.
Nope.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Or the dads wasn't around, so all the young men was wilding.
See, daddy wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair.
The fact. Yo, you ever play a manhunt with walkie-talkies?
Yo,
that changed the game.
All my friends
walkie-talkies. I swear, like, did y'all ever used to pick up like a police chatter or like taxi chatter on your walkie-talkies? I was
random other channels. But nigga, when you had walkie-talkies playing manhunt, bro, you like, I see him over there, I see him over there. At my grandmother's house, there was this lake that was like in the woods. It wasn't like a big woods, but like it was late. We was there one nighttime. Like it was like nighttime, but like the sun was going down.
You trying to get murdered, bro?
Still, yeah, I'm looking at like it wasn't that big.
Look back at it now.
Looking back, definitely looking back.
I was in the Blair Witch Project.
I was wilding. But I was with all the kids that I knew, and I was always tall, so I wasn't like, I really wasn't that worried.
Nigga said I look like a tree. They wasn't coming for me.
Yo,
nigga, I felt like I was on SWAT, boy. I was moving, son. That shit was mad fun. They used to have to play bear hug 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. That's when you knew it was real because you gotta hold somebody that's struggling and count to 3.
See, I can't play that either. That's a fight.
You got step on their foot.
Oh yeah, fights happen.
That's a fight.
Fights happen. Fights definitely happen, especially if you playing with siblings and you hit one day brother too hard and he complained to his bigger brother and now it's.
You know, it's funny. We were like the bougie people on the block, so like we always had the nice stuff. Like I told you, we had the basketball hoop. I remember one year we actually bought boxing gloves, and everybody from the hood used to come to our house just to fight. And we used to host like little boxing matches in our front yard, yo. And niggas really like they will settle their beef right then and there, yo.
That's the most dark skinned nigga shit I've heard all day.
Yo, I tried to fight my friend. I got fucked up.
Man.
Yo.
All right. Before we run out of time, let's wrap it up. Right. Once again, I go by the name Kenny Black, 2 C's, no K. Who are these guys?
Codeine,
and it's DJ Nightmare. You know what it is.
Yes, and that was your Shit Talking Daddies podcast. Thank y'all so much for listening. We out of here.
Give us a like and a follow. Comment what you want to see us talk about in the future. All that good stuff that everybody else say on their shits.
Yep.
Thanks.
Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Please.
Yes.
All right.